Good morning. I think it's about 8 o'clock. Farting around with some stuff. I need to clean, but I need to do more work. I mean, this is Christopher at its finest. There's just stuff everywhere. So this is the fun of the day. This thing. This is the Zoe HD. It's funny because my youngest is named Zoe. The Zoe HD Nano Talon Evo. This is my next fun, exciting project. It has been interesting. It has been stressful. I know absolutely nothing about planes and setting them up. So it's been a fun adventure so far, and it hasn't even gotten off the ground. I'm waiting for a couple parts today to hopefully finish setting it up. I went in one direction and kind of backpedaled and in a new direction. So let's see, we'll walk over here. I ended up picking up, which I am going to sell. It's brand new because it doesn't really work for me. The Zoe HD CoPilot, which allows you to have GPS, return to home. There's your GPS unit and stuff there. And with Spectrum, I'm struggling. Really wasn't working, so I went another route and I purchased a new receiver that basically has like a safe mode built in, so it'll still have level horizon flying, and then you turn it off and then it'll go into your regular acro mode and stuff like that. I don't intend flying this very far away. I mean, it, in theory could. It's got a great receiver coming into it. The video transmission system will be phenomenal, which I'll kind of explain. So I kind of want to do this as a separate video, but this is designed for the old school huge style cameras. I think 25 by 25, the imprint on the inside, and then the hole here. So the only one that I have that has that camera, which you can't see anymore because there's an eyeball on it, fits in here perfect, and just not finding any of those cameras anymore, and that's fine. So I tried to come up with something, and this is a perfect fit. This little ring right here is off the Happy Model Sin 8. And then it's got a CADX Baby Ratel 2 in it, and it fits perfect. It's gonna be tough to see, but it fits nice in there. There's no glue or anything. Eventually, after flying it and test flying it and making sure everything is, everything is good, I will put a drop of like shoe glue or something just in there. There is a tiny bit of adjustability because I want to fly it first and make sure the angle is right. And with planes, because the nose lifts because of natural, aerodynamic stuff, the nose is a touch higher while flying, so this will actually want a little bit of an angle down. I've already started prepping. I got some wires in here ready. It's got a JST plug, which comes basically right from the battery, and that's going to wire off and power the camera from that. And then I have a little step down because the VTX, where is over here, excuse the mess, this is the canopy for it, and I've got a TBS Unified Pro version 3 under there. And my dumbass didn't realize that when I got it, that it only takes 5 volts. So I needed a little step down to bring the power down from the 4S down to the 5 volts. I made this custom mount using like the original mount, still modified just a little bit. Got a little isolator in the back just to keep from wobble. The reason I went this route versus a smaller horizon is because for fun, more angles, you can go in any direction you want with it, so I can just get really fun, cool angles, even though the antenna will be in the way. Still behind, but anyway, so that's where I'm at. My desk is not made for this big ass plane. I'm gonna try it with a tri-prop. Tri-prop. One of those new neat things I'm learning as an old dinosaur is that my transmitter needed to be updated. Because I've had this quite some time, so it has older firmware. I was actually able to figure out, without breaking too many things, how to update it, get the newer firmware. And the reason I need the new firmware is the receiver, because this doesn't plug into Betaflight or any of that. The programming is done through what's called forward programming through the receiver. So you bind the receiver, and then if the thing has the proper update to it, there will be a separate tab in the setup tab, and it'll allow you to turn the TV off here. Hold on. There. A separate menu icon will come up for forward programming, and you'll set up the receiver. You actually set up which direction it's facing, all that, and then you set up your switches and all that joy. And then I'll have the fun of flying it. So that's what's been going on. My laptop is updating. See if it's any further along here. I love when I want to sit down and throw something on a timeline and it tells me absolutely nothing. So that's going to take a while. But should be some fun. What else is going on? Not much. I might fly today. We'll see. See what time I get back from the range. Taking the whole family today. That should be fun. Just Josh, the buddy that you saw in our last video, 2 videos I believe, he has joined with C2C FPV, which is super exciting. So the family's growing, the fun is being had. Oh yeah, and I broke a switch yesterday. Pulled this out of the bag. Pulled my transmitter out of the bag yesterday, and it face planted a little bit and took out this switch. Thankfully I don't use it, so I just got there was enough left of the little metal switch that snapped off here, so I was able to still put a little screw there and just keep it so it actually acts as a switch. I'm gonna figure out how to, I might just swap them. I might just completely take it out. I don't know. I don't use that switch anymore. I use this one. In worst case scenario, I would take that one out and flip it over there. But we'll see. See if I can get what's left of that out of here. That's like the only shitty thing about transmitters I can bitch about, is if you drop them or if you don't have them good in the case, especially Spectrum's got some long ass switches. Anyway, good morning. Welcome. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.